Hello, hello, my friends. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to my face, my card making space, and another STAMPtember exclusive collaboration video. For those that are new or not aware, throughout the month of September, Simon Says Stamp has the biggest party of the year, STAMPtember. They've partnered with a ton of crafty brands to release limited edition exclusive sets that are one and done. When they sell out, they will not be restocked. However, all of these brands have wonderful product lines with tons of things to choose from. So, as always, I will have links to all the things. As of filming this intro, I do not have a video for the second set being released today because it is a 2-for-1 day, but I will have links no matter what, like I always do, including to the exclusive as well as to the brand. The video that I did get done is for the Pretty Pink Posh collab. I have a soft spot for Pretty Pink Posh. I have guested for them many times over the years. And this set, super cute. Super cute. I wish, again, like always, I wish I had more time in the day. So many cards I wanted to make with it. But, as always, I'll have a link to the sets, to the Pretty Pink Posh brand, to the other brand, which today was Creative Worship Stamps. So I will have a link to that set as well as that brand. And then everything else I used today, that will be listed and linked below as well. So just expand the description box. It's all going to be there. As always, my links are affiliate links. That just means that if you click on one of my links, end up placing an order, I get a little kickback from that at no extra cost to you. It is what helps pay the bills and keep the channel going. And that's it from me for the housekeeping. Let's get into making the cards. So the first thing I did for these was I worked on my background because I wanted this to dry while I was coloring in my little main images. So I'm using the Pretty Pink Posh Winter Words stencil. This came out last year, I think. I've used it before because there was red on it. So when I used it last time, I got red on it, and I should have given it an extra good cleaning because I kind of wanted everything to be a little more white on white. And this first stencil attempt, it kind of tinted it just slightly pink because I've told y'all when you're dealing with reds, they like to be ornery. That said, though, I made it work. I don't care. I was just working on a panel of A2 white cardstock, like Simon Says Stamp smooth white cardstock. And over the stencil, I'm applying Picket Fence Studios Arctic Fox Paper Glaze Luxe paste, which has a little bit of glitter in it. Perfect for winter and Christmas themed cards. Love. So I applied that evenly over the stencil and then removed the panel, set it aside to dry, stuck a second one down because while, like I keep saying, I don't have time for all the things, but I had to do 2 cards. It was a compromise. I wanted to do 6 because there's 6 images in this set and it's just, tags would have been really cute too. I don't do tags. I bet some of the other makers are going to do tags though. Anyway, did the same thing on a second panel, removed it from my sticky mat, cleaned off the stencil immediately, cleaned off my palette knife, set everything else aside to dry. And then the limited edition collaboration set is called Joy and Cheer. And it's got all these little circle icons. Very Pretty Pink Posh style. Uber cute. And like I said, there's a snowboarding penguin. Like, come on. Anyway, these would make adorable little tags. I thought about it, but I get more use out of cards. I don't do a whole lot of tags, but these would make cute tags, especially with the Eyelet circle dies I use for these. Just ideas. But anyway, I stamped the images onto more Simon Says Stamp smooth white cardstock with intense black ink, which is alcohol marker friendly. And then I used my Olo markers to color these in. And I will hopefully remember, because it's really late when I'm doing this voiceover, to link to my playlist that I have of the videos I've done using Olo markers. Any alcohol markers will work. These ones are great. I'm really enjoying them the more I use them. Mine, I have not connected. So they look funny, and I call them my little stublets, because they're just the half markers. I haven't connected them. I'm being stubborn and I'm holding out, and just it is what it is. But for so far, I'm fine with it. You know, with all the coloring I do and all the hand issues I have, this hasn't bothered me. So anyway, I also went traditional again with the colors, which I don't do very often. It was just, and that wasn't my intention with these. And it's just what happened. So reds and greens, it's just where this all went. And I'm okay with it. I just kind of find it funny because I seem to kind of go out of my way to avoid doing like red, green, white Christmas cards. I don't know. It is what it is. So for me, it's kind of like outside the box to do traditional colors. So anyway, just kind of worked my way back and forth with these images. And I had to do both of them. They're super cute. But this one, that little star with his little smiley face, I don't know what it is. I was like, this is just so cute. It's ridiculous. And I need this in my life. But again, there's a snowboarding penguin. Man. One of y'all better invent a way to like get me extra hours in the day, or like to clone myself without, causing supreme chaos. But I don't think the planet needs a second me. That would not be a good thing, but I could get a lot done. Anyway, after I was done coloring in these images, I used my Nuvo Aqua Shimmer pen to apply sparkle, which looks like absolutely nothing right now, but I will tilt it and show at the end with my little flashlight so you guys can actually see. It is sparkly amazing goodness. So I did this first and I let this fully dry because I want to use my white gel pen. And if I was to do my white gel pen first and then try to apply the Aqua Shimmer pen, the Aqua Shimmer pen will dissolve the white gel pen. It's not a good time. It smears, not good. So white gel pen, rule of thumb is just do this last. And that's what I did. So I let the shimmer dry and then I went in with my white gel pen and added just little highlights and dots and made the wrapping paper, gave it little stripes, things like that. I also used the white gel pen to kind of fix a couple spots, where I went outside the lines, because again, red. It don't matter what brand it is. It doesn't matter what it's made out of. If it is red, it is going to be finicky. Because it's just the nature of it. But added all my little highlights. Set those aside. My backgrounds for the most part are dry now and need to add some splatter because I just do. This little palette, this is Distress Watercolor Pencils. Again, hopefully I'll remember. But if not, you can search my YouTube channel. I did a video showing how I made this into a palette because, they're watercolor pencils, but I shaved them and put the shavings in this palette. And I have been using it a lot lately as my splatter palette and love. So much fun. So that's what I'm doing. So I added red splatter to this, which looks a little crazy. I know. I let that dry because I didn't want it to mix because red and green mixed together creates sludge. So I let that mostly dry, and then I'm going to add green splatter as well. So I had my backgrounds in my splat box. I used my fan brush. I'd added water to the colors that I wanted to use, swirled it up with the fan brush, splattered away. So now I've got these sparkly, splattery, holiday words backgrounds. Love it. So did all of that, and same thing. Set those aside to dry. And while all of that was drying, I did all my die cutting. So I die cut these little icons, which is a circle wafer die. And then I pulled out the Pretty Pink Posh Eyelet circles. That's what I mean. Like, these would make perfect little tags right there, Attach a little bit of, poke a hole in it, attach some baker's twine, you're good. But I use the eyelet circles for the, to like frame them. And then I pulled out the Pretty Pink Posh Mary Script wafer die. And I've used this one before too, because it's just another favorite. And that I die cut from some red cardstock and from some Simon Says Stamp Crimson glitter cardstock. Just Christmas perfection. And I just layered just 2 layers. Didn't need a third. Normally for me with sentiment wafer dies, I generally, it's like an OCD thing. Like 3 layers. It just is. But sometimes 2 is enough. It just gives it that little extra something. So it's not super flat, but it doesn't need to be super dimensional. So I adhere those together with Craft Tacky glue. And The little bows are from the Pretty Pink Posh Beautiful Bows die set. There's like a ton to choose from, so I chose just one of the wafer dies, and I die cut some matte silver cardstock with that and assembled them. And then for the inside of my card, I just had panels of white cardstock, and I'm using sentiments from the Pretty Pink Posh Holiday Stockings stamp set. This one also came out last year, pretty sure. Everything that I'm using is still available. And as of me doing the voiceover, it's all still in stock, but things always change. So I stamped the main sentiment on this panel with, I used Rainbow Splash Crimson ink. And then for the sub sentiment, I used Rainbow Splash Emerald ink. And the Rainbow Splash is by Simon Says Stamp, just FYI. And people have been asking me about these inks. It's the same formula as the Positively Saturated inks. The Rainbow Splash line is a kind of considered like a beginner line for people just getting into stamping, and it just gives you a good option. And so it's just different colors than the Positively Saturated line, but the same ink formula. So I mix and mingle with them all the time. So anywho, my card bases are also the green cardstock. This green cardstock, this is Hero Arts. Yeah, Hero Arts Shamrock. One of my favorite greens. And yeah, I did that for my card base. And then I adhered the backgrounds that I'd stenciled. I'd actually adhered a panel of cardstock behind that too before adhering it to the card base. So it just gives it, again, just a little bit of dimension, but not as bulky as if I'd added foam tape. And then I assembled my little icons and their little scalloped frame, and adhered the bows and adhered the sentiments. And yeah. See, this is why I wanted to do more cards. Also, strong adhesive, because I'm adhering on top of that stenciled background that I used like basically a glitter paste on. And I've talked about this before. You need either a strong adhesive or something like foam tape or foam adhesive when you're adhering on top of it, because that kind of paste, like glitter paste, etc., it resists everything. Just like how red is finicky, anything with glitter is also technically finicky too. But if you're using a good adhesive, no problems. And that's also why I was putting my big Hero Arts like acrylic blocks on top of everything, just to hold it down, let everything dry, we're good to go. And then as my final bit of embellishment, I added some Starshine confetti. Just adhere those into place with little dabs of craft tacky glue, and that finished off these cards. So they are sparkly and shiny and very, very Christmassy, and I had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed me going through all of this. Again, my brain is mush at this point. We are halfway through STAMPtember, you guys, and we're doing it. It's fun. So, got everything assembled, showed you guys all the sparkle. Love it. Love it. Like I mentioned in the intro, I'll have links to all the things in the description box below the video, so you can check that out below if you're interested. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me. Thumbs upping and commenting helps a ton. I very much appreciate it. And I'll be seeing you all very soon in another video. Bye. Thank you so much to my amazing Patreon supporters. For anyone that might be interested in supporting me over on Patreon, the link to that is in the description box below the video. For everyone else, as always, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my videos, for thumbs upping, commenting, subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you. And here's a couple other videos for you to check out in case you missed them. Bye.